Hi, I'm Eric Morris, and today I'm going to discuss the 7 major obligations of material. When you receive a piece of material, you have to break down the material in terms of the various obligations that you are faced with. And I've broken them down into the 7 areas, and right now I'm going to explain them. All right, the first obligation is time and place. When you pick up a script, you read the script, it's set in a place, an environment, at a certain time. The time meaning the time of day, time of night, time of year, time of season, etc. The author of a piece of material picked that place and the time for a particular reason. How it affects and how it impacts on the character and his relationship to the other character or characters. So the time and place is very important. Quite often, the time and place listed or described in the material does not affect the actor the way he wants to be affected so that he can address the character. So in that instance, the actor can work for a specific place from his life experience that will affect him the way he wants to be affected in addressing the character. The second obligation is relationship. And this is a very, very, very important obligation that you have to scope out, pick out, identify when you first read the script. Who is this character to me, and how do I feel about the character? That is the first thing you have to identify and make clear. How does this character feel about the character, the other character in the piece, and how does he feel about her or him? And that is the second obligation. Now, it is described and the actor has to make some decisions. He can use choices from his own life to make the character real for him. Suppose he's dealing with his wife in the script. Let us say that the actor doesn't have a wife, but he certainly has a relationship, he has a girlfriend, he's had relationships. So identifying the responsibility of who this person is to him, he would select a choice from his own life, maybe a girlfriend, a relationship he's in or has been in, to create that person in relation to the actress he's working with so that it's real for him. So that person becomes real, not just an actress doing a scene with him. How does he feel about her? How does the character feel about the other character? The actor can work for any choice related to the person he's working with, the person he's creating, so that he will feel what the material tells him the character is experiencing. So it's all very personal. Who is this person to me, and how do I feel about them, and how do I make that real? Third obligation is the emotional obligation. Now, the emotional obligation is ever changing in a piece of material. You may start a scene and have one kind of emotional life, and then you're affected by something that happens in the scene and your emotions change. The emotional obligation is what the character is feeling, and the actor's responsibility to the emotional obligation is to be able to create the reality by selecting choices that would stimulate for him or her what the character is feeling. The only difference here is that the actor does not respond to the material suggestions or what the author says is affecting the character. The actor has to find a parallel choice, a parallel reality that makes him or her feel what the character is feeling. And the transitional element is the introduction of another stimulus, a second choice or a third choice or an adjustment to the first choice, which will take him from the emotional state he starts with to the second emotional state to the third emotional state, etc.